Welcome to Warthunder. I am Commander Tyrael. Thanks for joining me. The much anticipated and always debated winter event is upon us, coupled with the new and exciting Apex Predators update. Gaijin has changed the formula over the previous years, so whether this is your first time grinding a seasonal event or you're a veteran, it's important to know exactly what's going on and how you can participate. 2022's event is called Winter Quest. This year's requirements are just to earn mission points in a regular battle. This is reflected as your score at the end of a game. To earn one mark of distinction requires 40,000 mission points every 2 days, with the event running for 20 days and a maximum of 10 marks of distinction from each service branch available: air, land and sea. This allows players to just concentrate on playing the game as they enjoy it. For each task completed, you will get a specific prize: a trophy with useful items, coupons for decals, camouflages for event vehicles, player icons, or decorations. There are 2 less vehicles available compared to previous years, and only the lowest reward is actually a premium. The others are event vehicles with no inherent bonuses to their earnings or repair costs. The later tier rewards are only sellable on the marketplace if you achieve all 10 marks for your particular branch, requiring players that rely on this time of year to fund their premium time to make a clean sweep of all 10 stars in order to sell their vehicles. If you're unsure exactly how to earn the most mission points, after completing a good or decent game, bring your mouse cursor over your score and a tooltip will show you a breakdown of your earnings. This will allow you to work out which actions are more profitable for your own playstyle. With the top 3 prizes being close to top tier, players who are yet to reach these tiers may find them desirable to jump into a specific era or nation. Now that the basics are out of the way, let's look at this year's rewards, starting with Air Forces. The first and easiest reward to obtain is the Late 298. The first Late 298s entered service in October 1938 with the French Navy Air Force. Some of them were based in naval bases and others were on the seaplane tender the Commandante Testi. At the outbreak of the war, 4 squadrons flew with this aircraft, and by May of 1940, when the German offensive in the West began, 81 aircraft equipped 6 squadrons. The Late 298s first saw action during the Battle of France in 1940, and they were first used for maritime patrol and anti-submarine duties. They did not meet any German ships during this time, and later, as the Wehrmacht drove through France, they were used to harass and interdict armoured columns. Despite not having been designed for this role, they suffered fewer losses than units equipped with the other types. After the armistice in June 1940, the French Navy under the Vichy regime was allowed to retain some of their units, and the captured aircraft were then used by the Luftwaffe. The prize version is a 298D, which has a crew of 3 and is powered by a Hispano V12 liquid-cooled piston engine, giving a top speed of 295 km per hour. The armament has 3 7.5mm Darnay machine guns, and a 680 kilo loadout of bombs or a torpedo could be carried. I have to say, for some reason the name the Commandante Testi really threw me off, and it took me quite a few takes to say that one. It will be an interesting addition for a nation that is yet to have its national navy introduced to the game, but here's hoping. There are signs of a French navy on the horizon. I can't tell you much more about its in-game stats though at this stage. The second reward for pilots this year is the Tornado IDS, or Interdiction Strike, which is a naval strike fighter and event vehicle, Germany Rank 8. It's the first Rank 8 event vehicle to be added to the game. The Panavia Tornado is a family of twin-engined, variable sweep wing, multi-role combat aircraft, jointly developed and manufactured by Italy, the United Kingdom, and West Germany. There are 3 primary Tornado variants: the Tornado IDS, which we will see in game, the Suppression of Enemy Air Defenses Tornado, or the Tornado ECR, and the Tornado ADV, or the Interceptor aircraft. Sharing many features with the Tornado GR1, the German naval variant of the Tornado is distinguished by combining superb flight characteristics with a high payload. Apart from being able to carry large amounts of conventional ordnance, the Tornado can be equipped with advanced weapon systems. The naval version has no access to guided bombs, but it can be equipped with the AS-34 Cormoran anti-ship missile, which has a huge load of explosives. Furthermore, the two 27mm cannons carried on board allow the Tornado to dogfight and also inflict some damage to ground units during strafing runs. Tornado IDS can also carry the all-aspect Sidewinder, the AIM-9L. The T-80 UM2 is the main prize for the ground forces. This MBT sits at rank 7 in the Russian tech tree. The tank is a Soviet experimental main battle tank with the Drozhdy hard kill active protection system. Considered to be an adequately armed and nimble Soviet top-tier MBT with the ability to destroy incoming guided anti-tank missiles. As an often picked and sometimes maligned vehicle, it's perfect for high-rank battles. This tank's playstyle is defined by high speed and mobility, it has an automatic loader, it is capable of firing ATGMs directly from the main gun, and is armed with a powerful AP round capable of penetrating over 500mm of armour at most distances. The T-80U is also quite well protected, especially at the front where the multi-layer combined armour is supplemented by the ERA modules. These advantages are dramatically increased by the addition of the Drozhdy Hardkill APS. Note the Russian Hardkill only protects the front of the tank's turret, albeit in a wide sector, with the Russian APS having twice as many charges as the APS found on the British Black Knight Challenger. The Drozhdy is effective against anti-tank guided missiles, sometimes effective against heat, and useless against kinetic rounds. Its main drawback is that since it was a prototype, it still retains the same fire control system as its parent, the T-80U. Thus, in night battles, players will be limited to night vision and an IR searchlight. And last and certainly not least, in my opinion, we have the USS Newport News, or C8148, a heavy cruiser USA Rank 5 event vehicle. This cutting-edge heavy cruiser represents the pinnacle of American heavy cruiser design, incorporating the most advanced technologies available to shipbuilders at the time. Derived from the Baltimore class, the USS Newport News' most prominent feature includes the fitting of an auto-loading mechanism for its 8-inch or 203mm Mark 16 primary battery. As a result, USS Newport News possesses a rate of fire more akin to a 6-inch armed light cruiser and can thus engage its targets with an unrelenting hail of super heavy, armor-piercing shells. Setting the lethal main armament aside, the USS Newport News auxiliary weapons are no less formidable. In fact, consisting of 5-inch and 3-inch cannons, the USS Newport News will have an incredible amount of firepower, definitely going to shake up the 6-inch cruiser meta, that is for sure. Complementing the ship's excellent firepower is also a good balance between protection and mobility, as seen on the previous Baltimore class, with the vessel featuring an armoured belt of up to 152mm, as well as a top speed of 33 knots or 61 km per hour. Aside from the major prizes, there will also be ice chests that can be opened to earn event vehicles from previous years. Personally, I'm going to stay away from these, unless I earn them for free, as most of the time they just drain your silver lions and rarely offer anything substantial. If you have golden eagles, I would spend them on something more substantial than the New Year's Eve chest as well. Buy yourself a new vehicle rather than something that doesn't have guaranteed results. I hope you guys have found this guide useful. It's the second time I've covered this type of event, and any news or feedback would be appreciated. Stay tuned for more videos about these event vehicles in the next few weeks, and also if you need tips for grinding out any of the naval marks, make sure to check out the back catalogue, as I have many useful videos explaining how to succeed in naval and War Thunder overall.
3, 2, 1,
Until
go.
next time, Commander Tyrael out.
Here we go.
Oh my god!
Here's where, after this is, it gets a bit dicey now.
The Canadians in the lead.
Oh my god! I'm so good now.
Oh no!
Oh no! Ah! Oh my god! It's flipping me over!
Help me!
My tracks are out!
Oh dear.
I'm going!
Help me!
Who's repairing?